Hey you guys, it's Jenny. I'm a couple minutes late, but I'm going to try something new today. I am going to do an Instagram live at the same time I'm doing a Facebook live. So hang on, let me get that started. Oops. Okay. And here we go. So I think Instagram, cool. I'm doing Instagram and Facebook at the same time. I'm all about being efficient and multitasking, so I'm kind of excited about this. Now I don't know which camera to look to. So sorry guys, one of you is going to probably not get my full eye contact. Anyway, here I am looking awesome. I can't get up and exercise in the early morning because it's so beautiful mid-morning. It's like calling to me to go out and run or do something else, a hike or do something outside. So this is what you get probably for the next month or so because it's just too nice out there. But anyway, Kelsey, Nicole, how's it going? Thanks for joining. I just wanted to have a little talk about a system that I'm using when I start to feel overwhelmed. And it really came up for me last week because it was the mom conference. Did anybody listen to the mom conference, by the way? It was phenomenal. There were so many good things that I learned from parenting. And so I started having this, oh my gosh, I want to change this and do this come up. And you know that feeling of overwhelm when you have a whole bunch to do? That is the system that I wanted to share with you today, what I can do to help make it so that I can actually take action on things and not just get overwhelmed and not do anything. So I've got this new strategy. In fact, I'm going to put in the links to this Facebook Live and Instagram. I'll put it in my profile so you can find it. It's the go-to formula, and it's a way to help you organize anything. And it can be a space, it can be something you want to do, and we'll use it in the context today on stuff you want to do because it helps so much to help you really actually execute and get things done. Okay, so go-to is, of course, you know me, I'm not just going to give you a system without having it be easy to remember. Go-to is an acronym, G-O-T-O. So those are the steps that will help you know what you need to do to get something done. Okay, so when we are like at a conference, right, or you read a book, or there's a whole bunch of stuff you need to do, whatever it is. So you need to first, get specific about what it is you want to do. Okay, so I'm listening to this conference last week, and there's all this stuff on kids and technology, and I listened to Greg McKeown. I can't say his last name really well, but the guy who wrote Essentialism, he had some amazing stuff. Rich Christensen, I hope you guys listened to him. He was amazing talking about leaving a legacy. Loved that. Desi was talking about travel and making that a priority. Like all of these things, I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to implement some of this stuff. So what I had to do was like look at all of the stuff that I wanted to do and get specific. What is the one place that I want to change, the one result I want to create, and get specific about that. And for me right now, I feel like it's more kind of like the legacy piece for my family, like how I want to really be leaving impact and kind of the culture I want to create in my family. And Rich Christensen's talk really resonated with me with that. So I just had to get specific about what thing, the media thing, the technology thing, that's really important. To all of it was super important, but you can't do everything at once. You got to get specific, right? So if you've got a lot that needs to get done today, or anytime you kind of have this information overload, just get specific on what it is you want to get done. And then the next thing, the O for go-to, is order the steps. You got to figure out, okay, what is that next action step that I need to take, or what are a couple of them, and put them in order. And so it's just really important because a lot of times we'll just look at it, well, like I just need to get it done. Okay, but what specific action do I need to take? So with Rich Christensen's talk, because that was the one that really resonated with me, I took some time on Sunday and sat down and looked at, okay, what is it that I feel like I'm trying to accomplish in motherhood? Where do I feel like we're lacking? And that was the specific step that I needed to take, the first specific step that I needed to take, so that I could really put that into action. So you've got to order the steps so you know what it is that you're going to get done. All right, the T, you guys know I'm all about accountability and taking action. Andrea and Dana, good to see you guys jumping on. The T is always about the time. When am I going to do it? And what is the habit hook that's going to get you to do it? In the example that I just shared, I knew that Sunday was a good day for me to like reflect and absorb that talk, and I had to have a habit hook for me to be able to get that done. So my habit hook is always first thing in the morning. When I wake up on Sundays, I just love to kind of set goals and go through my upcoming week, and that was part of the time that I did it. So for you, a habit hook, of course, you guys all know this, right? We've talked about this for so long. Habit hook is if you have an existing habit like eating breakfast or, you know, taking a shower, or when you walk in the door from work, whatever you do consistently, if you want to implement a new habit, you just hook that new habit onto the old one, so that pretty soon your brain associates walking in the door with like going through the mail, if that's something you want to start doing. So make sure you have that habit hook. So the T in go-to is the time you're going to do it, and not just the time, but the habit hook, because that really pulls the trigger to get things done. And then the O is a really big one, that last O, overcome perfectionism. Okay, so here's the deal. Every time I'm trying to do something new, I'm always overrun with these ideas in my head of what it needs to look like. So when it comes to, like, you know, creating this better environment in my family and really having some more positive culture, like I could torment myself with how inadequate I am and how one or two little things isn't going to make enough of a difference. That overcome perfectionism piece is so important, because in my experience, that perfectionistic thinking is the kiss of death that always shuts you down, makes you think that you're not doing well enough, and you just get discouraged and you don't keep doing it. So there is a phrase that I use, so helpful, and I try to anticipate those thoughts of, well, that's great that you're doing this, but it's still not enough. Or look around at all the work that needs to be done. You're never going to get there. I try to anticipate that, and before my brain even goes there, I tell myself, done is better than perfect, right? So yesterday, of course, there's always so much to do, and one of the things that's really hard for me is taking the time to spend time doing fun things, because I always have so much I want to get done. Yesterday, I just put it all aside, took my kids on this big hike. We went back up to the salmon run. If any of you guys saw my post last week from when I was at the salmon run with my friends, we did this hike, went up there. It was so fun. And, you know, was it perfect? Was it enough? Did they all get along great? Were they all as tough as I wanted them to be? Maybe not. But I told myself, done is better than perfect. And you know what? It ended up being a really positive day. And that was a really great step towards that family culture that I was wanting to have. So just remembering to tell yourself done is better than perfect to help you overcome that perfectionism is key. All right, so last week I spoke at a homeschooling conference, and then I also spoke at the mom conference. So kind of had these conferences in mind, and that's why this strategy, this go-to formula has been on my mind, but hopefully it can help you guys if you're looking at some improvements that you want to make, or any part of your life you really want to organize. That go-to formula can really help you get going and know the right place to start. So anyway, all right, so I'm going to stick in the comments of this Facebook Live and also the Instagram, I'll stick it in my profile, a link that will let you download a special podcast episode I did on the go-to formula. It talks about how you can have the go-to formula help you in your home, with your health, with your family, with your work, like any part of your life that you need to start making action and getting things done. It's super awesome for that. So look for that. Anyway, you guys, Kelsey says, love it. Thanks for sharing. Thanks, Kelsey. All right, you guys, have a great day. We'll see you next week. I may or may not be showered. I don't know. Depends on if it's good weather and I get to go outside. But love you guys all, and we'll see you later.